places. From time immemorial, these people live in the interior part of Tripura in peaceful coexistence, depending on zoom cultivation and food gathering activities in the deep forest. All these tribes have their own traditional colorful culture and heritage being handed down from generation to generation. In fact, tribal life is very simple and full of cultural traits which attract people outside their community and have enriched the Indian culture. Family bondage among the tribal communities in Tripura have its own entity with the male elder member of the family. The family consists of father, mother and their children. All the family rites and rituals are generally observed by them through the village Uchai as per the customary laws of each tribal community. Out of so many cultural traits among the tribes, marriage culture is one of the most important events which depict their cultural heritage and animistic observation. In fact, marriage in between a boy and a girl in any community or race is practiced to advance the family bondage and extend the family relative, which is the thrust point of this documentary. Now, presenting marriage customs and rituals of Tripuri tribe, who are also known as Puran Tripuris or Deborma. In the day-to-day life sequence in a family, a female or a male child gradually grown up to adult and learn all the domestic works from their father, mother and other elders. The young girls are trained by her mother in respect of all domestic work, including weaving cloths, fetching water, cooking food, etc. Works which she will have to do after her marriage in the father-in-law's house. Similarly, the young boys also works hard with his father for growing food grain, building traditional hut, including family rites and rituals, dance and music, and relationship with relatives, neighbors, and friends for social bondage. Father and mother thus take a role to arrange marriage of their son or daughter in right time. Here are different methods of marriage is followed, out of which marriage by negotiation is largely followed. As per Tripura's custom, the rabbi or matchmaker, along with parents of the girl and other relatives, visits in the house of the bridegroom. Bride's father arranges drinks, food, etc. for the guest. The bride's father holds a discussion and finalizes the schedule of marriage like koksungu, date of marriage and related rituals. Bride and groom's party then get ready for the actual date of marriage. As because marriage shall be solemnized in the bridegroom's house all the rites and rituals started before 2-3 days of actual marriage day. 2 bamboo-made platforms designed with bamboos are covered with multicolored cloths. From the bridegroom's house, Aizuk, Aya and 2 boys are invited to perform related to marriage rites and carrying water required at the time of marriage ceremony. Good numbers of married women from the village participate in the ceremony. All the old-aged men and women, including group of boys and girls, attend the ceremony and enjoy the day with great pleasure. The young person who have already made 2 platforms with bamboos and colorful cloth dress it by wildflowers and different flower leaves. These are done, one to worship the god Lampra Vathap and other as marriage stage or bedi. Some flower, betel nut and leaves and some other allied ritualistic materials are kept on few round-sized plates and wrapped with new cloths. The main entrance of bride and bridegroom's house are decorated with banana plants and flower. 2 earthen pots and holy light also placed in front of the entrance and marriage bedi. The village chaudhry and other guests enjoy rice beer and also sing song with pleasant emotion. In the morning time of the marriage ceremony day, Lampra Vathap deity is worshipped along with Tuisangrama. This is an important family god and worshipped for family peace and prosperity and as a mandatory part of marriage, because with the blessing of God Lampra Vathap, the new couple will be happy in their married life. Series of rituals then start one by one. The Aizuks and 2 boys take earthen pots and covered round-shaped plates towards nearest water source like stream or pond for collecting water for bathing of the bride and bridegroom. A procession is happened following water lifter. Aizuk collect water in a metal jug. A male guard with a chopper lead the procession and cut water with the chopper at cross section. The boys also take bath and collect water for the marriage. During collection of water, drum is beaten, flute is played, and cracker sound is made. All women make holy sound in different time. The Aizuk make water circle with the water taken by her in marriage pandal, and holy sound is played by the women assembled. After water carrying ceremony, bridegroom party move toward bride's house with a decorated palanquin. Bridegroom party along with drum party, flute men, all village women, young boys and girls take part in the procession. On reaching in the bride's house, some rites are observed. An earthen lamp is lighted at the place where the bride will sit for a holy bath. A wooden platform is placed in the courtyard with east direction. The bride's head is then covered with a risha or colored cloth. And Aizuk who is known as marriage coordinator, then pour water on bride's head. Each time before pouring water, Aizuk make a water circle with ulu sound. After the rite, the bride dress herself ornamentally and sit in the palanquin, assisted by all female members of the family. Mother of the bride see off her daughter. An emotional and grave atmosphere take place at that time. After arriving bridegroom's house, Aizuk and the girls accompanied the bride to a room. Age-old person, along with Aizuk, then carry the bride in the marriage pandal. When a ritual is done, and Aizuk pour water from the auspicious metal jar, making water circle, and then taken back to her room. The bridegroom also taken for a bath before the ceremony in the courtyard by the Aizuk and other females assembled. In the next phase, bridegroom is first brought in the marriage bedi. Holy thread is measured by the Aizuk, and the women make holy sound, that is, ulu, and several times. The bride then brought in the marriage stage, accompanied by 2 persons and other married and unmarried women. The Ochai pour water, chanting mantras on the head of both the bride and bridegroom, which is followed by other elders. The Aizuk then make round, move the bride and bridegroom in the marriage bedi for 7 times as the last part of marriage sequences. The bridegroom then take the bride toward his dwelling house, when at the doorstep a small girl wash the foot of both bride and bridegroom. Mother-in-law then receive her daughter-in-law cordially. The priest then perform some marriage rites, after which the bride and bridegroom enjoy with their friend circle and joking relations to play pasa. After the marriage, all young boys and girls spend the night by singing, dancing, and grand feast, etc. Old-aged men and women separately also take drinks and sing to memorize the day and bless the couple for their happy married life. Nuatias are also used. The title Tripura as their son name. They reside in different parts of Tripura, mainly Longtrai Valley, Shabrum, Gandachara, Amarpur, etc. places. Among Nuatias, marriage of young boys and girls is very much important event. Every father and mother take the responsibility to give their son and daughters marriage. One of such marriage is very interesting. After getting information of a girl, the boy and his friends visit the girl's house and discuss with the father of the girl about their visit. Father of the girl also take all actual information about the boy. In fact, only after satisfaction, the father of the girl discuss with the mother of the girl on the issue. If she is satisfied, discuss the matter with the girl and asked her to meet the boy and his friends. The girl then take them inside the hut and welcome them with betel nut, leaves and tobacco pipe. If the girl agrees, then the boy gives the girl a gift as a token of oath and love to marriage, which is called surang, made from the deer's horn as a symbolic love to the girl. The boy then tells his father about his venture, and similarly, the girl also tells her father and mother about her acceptance to marry the boy. If the father of the boy agrees, he, along with other relatives, attend bride's house to hold a discussion and fix the date of marriage. The father of the girl and his relatives welcome the bridegroom party at his house, where in a detailed discussion, health and date of marriage is fixed. The boys' party are given full of entertainment with country liquor and good food. Father, mother of both the parties interchange their gratitude. Both the boy and the girl also bow down to the would-be in-laws and other elders, seeking their blessing. The bridegroom party then leaves the bride's house for the day. On the day of marriage, the bridegroom and his friends and relative, including father and mother, attend in the bride's house to take away her in the bridegroom house for formal marriage ceremony. In the bride's house, proper reception is rearranged by the father of the bride and arrange drinking and amusement according to their capacity. A procession with the bride and the bridegroom is then starts towards the house of the bridegroom. On the way to bridegroom home, a puja is celebrated to pay homage to the Trisangrama deity, sacrificing a cock in the chara or stream. The Ochai chant mantras for the well-being of the newly couple. Just after the puja, the procession further starts. All the boys and girls enjoy the journey by singing song, beating drums, and playing flute. After reaching house of the bridegroom, the bride is given reception at the doorstep by washing foot of both the bride and bridegroom by a girl. Mother-in-law of the bride wholeheartedly received the bride in the house. In the courtyard of the house, a puja, namely Lampra Vathap, is done for the family bondage of the new couple and their